So learning outdoors is highly beneficial to young pupils where they feel at ease being outside around their classmates, making use of the greater space, enjoying the fresh air, and carrying out active and engaging learning tasks using varied equipment and/or resources. Nonetheless, does learning outdoors encounter any disadvantages? Personally, I believe that like many, if not everything in day-to-day life, there is some form of disadvantage to a certain extent. For example, this may be that the children can get too caught up in the freedom of being outside. This in turn could provide opportunities for the children to misbehave or become easily distracted whilst the teacher is teaching. This may just be two examples, however it is clear that out of doors can be effective in terms of how you make use of it, although it's not to say that a classroom benefits doesn't level with those achieved outdoors. A positive classroom environment is a building block in developing a child with a positive self-efficiency to take safe challenges and ensure maximum levels of effort. Within the classroom, children are surrounded by vibrant colours, engaging wall displays,
which most normally includes helpful hints or useful reminders, different technology they would use daily, colourful arts.
And is worthwhile noting, from the moment they enter this typical environment, children then know they have to illustrate their best behaviour. Therefore, it is clear that children are driven by the environment in which they learn and associate the classroom as a traditional form of learning in which pupils are aware of the behaviours and effort standards that are required of them. Academic study title. A study within this section in which I focused on and found out more about was the effect a 5-day resident programme had on 6th graders' attitudes towards out-of-door concepts. Pennsylvania State University. This study examined a randomly selected group of 300 students from the Bronzeville School District in Pennsylvania who were exposed to two different teaching methods. Within the control group of teachers, 20 hours of training was provided in outdoor strategies for numerous disciplines. Other teachers, however, in the experimental group, had been given additional instructions in attitudinal strategies instead. Of course, for investigations to take place, particular research methods play a fundamental role in this process. Okay, so the research methods. Millward's study involved three main ways of gathering data. These were pre-test, post-test, and the Millward-Ginter Outdoor Attitude Inventory. The Millward-Ginter Outdoor Attitude Inventory measured the students' attitudes in 4 different subcategories. These were the environment, education, pollution, and socialisation. A post-test was carried out just 1 week after their camp experience ended. Furthermore, a second post-test was calculated 3 months after the end of the camp. So what are their advantages? Pre and post-tests allow for comparisons to be drawn. By testing at appropriate key times, i.e. before and after an experiment, leaving enough time for improvements or changes to become evident, in turn is most useful for effective and reliable results. However, the researcher, in regards to the questions being asked, may find that information gathered could in fact be unreliable because the pupils themselves may not provide an accurate representation of their attitudes towards outdoors as a learning environment. Therefore, full honesty is not achieved this way from the investigation's control group. The Millward-Ginter Outdoor Attitude Inventory clearly identified the 4 areas in which were of his main focus, as well as portraying how he intended to carry out his investigation, and his results were also stated, conveying his findings, which are important. Nonetheless, there is a lack of explanations around how Millward arrived at his conclusions. Therefore, his research findings could be viewed as invalid and unreliable. How could attitudes be tested? Is this a useful investigation? Further research would be required to identify if findings are accurate. Findings.
Created using Powtoon.